Well, hello, all you internet peeps out there in the interwebs. This is Tashlan with Child of the Dog and Puddon Anpye the Pussycats. This is the first edition of the Tashlan Talks. This week's topic is going to be about courage. My thoughts on this have stemmed a lot from observing my dog Charlie. He suffers from something called leash anxiety. This means that while he is on the leash, he often gets anxious on meeting strange dogs. This often translates to him lunging at them and barking. He also whines in a very clear display of anxiety. He has never actually bitten another dog because his bark is more of a warning than an act of aggression. But as he is a big fellow, this display can be rather alarming. This got me to wondering why he would appear aggressive if he was, in reality, afraid. I mean, if I am afraid, I try to draw as little attention to myself as possible. Yet he seems to do the opposite. My thinking about this made me realize that what I am witnessing is an instinctual fight or flight response. This is a common response to threat that is seen across many life forms. Even we have it. If there is something strange or potentially dangerous, our bodies are primed to either run away or defend ourselves. Even on a chemical level, things are happening. Adrenaline is released, we breathe more rapidly, and it's all in preparation for us to be able to run away or fight off a potential attacker. The problem for poor Charlie is that he has been deprived of the ability to run away because I have him on a leash, meaning that his only course of action that's left is the one to fight. Understanding this has helped me to find ways to reassure him that he is perfectly safe because I'm taking care of him as the alpha of our pack. He has certainly come a long way from how he was when I first started to take him out. A lot of times now he's even happy to see other dogs and to play with them. I have also learned how to read his body language so that I know when things are starting to get to be, too much for him. This way I can quietly and calmly taking him away from it before things escalate. This way I am turning his walks into a more positive experience. I am not sure if I will ever completely remove his anxiety. But as we are building up a trusting relationship, his fears certainly are diminishing. So what does this have to do with courage? Well, more than you realize. Because this has started me on a train of thought about the people we tend to call heroes. The fireman who rushes into a burning building to save someone, or a person who risks their own life to save another's. This is what we picture when we speak about courage. And we're not wrong to do so. People like that are courageous. But this is only one form of courage, a very overt form. What about the types of courage that doesn't create heroes in the accepted sense of the word? I see this quieter, often unacknowledged form of courage every day. It isn't about saving lives or doing good deeds, but it is about overcoming obstacles on a daily basis. I'm talking a lot about people who suffer from hidden illnesses like fibromyalgia or lupus, people who have anxiety or bipolar disorder, all of the people we see every day who may be dealing with things we know nothing about. Sometimes it takes a lot of courage just to get through a day. It was Charlie's courage in the face of his fear that made me realize how much this form of bravery goes unnoticed. It takes a special type of courage to deal with these things and to find ways of overcoming the obstacles set in front of you on a daily basis. Yet every day I see people of all ages, people who have their own unique paths to walk, getting up in the morning and getting on with living. Even more than that, I see them achieving wonderful things. I see people painting, writing, helping others, and a myriad of other deeds that would not be accomplished without their quiet courage. So while we hear about the heroes who are out there saving lives, I want to spare a thought for the unsung heroes, for the people for whom life is a daily struggle, and yet despite that they face life head on and keep going. My hat is off to you, because you are my type of hero. On a final and lighter note, there is a third type of courage, and I've seen this in my little kitty cats. And I'm sure that many of you have seen it either in pets or in children. It is the courage of growing up. Not just getting bigger, of course, but the act of exploring the world and learning what is out there. It is about learning what you can and can't do. It is about running and jumping, climbing, and also falling, then getting the courage to stand up again. Thinking about it, courage is everywhere. In the person willing to love again after having their heart broken, as well as in the child getting back on their bicycle after taking a tumble. When you face an obstacle, or if things seem to be too hard, remember to gather up your courage and push on through. There's always another side, always another day. My dear internet peeps, I will leave you with this final thought from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thank you for listening, and may you have a wonderful week. This is Tashlan with Charlie the dog and Puddon Anpye the pussycats. You know, we love you loads. Peace out, peeps.